Today is Friday, January the 15th, and I just want to give a brief update on the state of my plants. I am watering a couple plants today. We have this pothos here that I've had for some time. As you can see, it's not doing very well. I honestly don't know what this plant needs. If it needs more water, I don't know. I've moved it several times and it doesn't seem to be doing any better. I have this succulent that I've had. That is one of the primary plants I've had, and seems to be doing all right. It's kind of leggy. It typically sits over here on this corner. And I also have this other plant, this other succulent. Just fed it some water after about 2 weeks. I tend to water it only once a month. But I just gave it very little today. And then I have this aloe vera plant that I borrowed. I'm just kidding. That I took from my mom's garden. And it seems to be doing very well. I love it. It's growing out this cute little baby here in the middle. And then there's this spider plant that I actually got from a neighbor's garden, but it was growing on the outside, and she's doing very well also. As you can see, I sometimes put this red light right on it, and it will sit here throughout the night, and I think she's really enjoying it. As you can see, there's a lot of new growth in there. I have this polka dot propagation here that was originally sitting on a west side sitting window, and it just did not like it. It was starting to fry up, so I just have it here now, way away from the sun, and it seems to be doing better. Under here we have another succulent. This baby I really water maybe once a month, if not at least once every 2 months, but I haven't touched it, and she seems to be doing really, really well here. And in here we have this Dracaena, JCC Dracaena, that seems to be doing better as opposed to how it had been doing for like months. I feel like it's really happy here, away from the sun. The closest window is all the way over here, and I think she's very happy here. By the way, I've had this plant for a couple months now. Never once have I seen it without black leaves, or like super crispy leaves until today. It has very little crisp on the edges, which is normal. These plants, or these leaves, will soon fall off, but the rest are doing very, very well. Look at this new growth here. This caladium was at some point my pride and joy, but I'm assuming when I put it in the family dining room, someone overwatered her. As you can see, there's like molding on it, and she just didn't like that at all. And now the leaves that she does have are not doing great at all. So I did just right before filming this, I did cut a couple of leaves off that look just like this one. The only reason why I left this one behind is because, not sure if you can see on camera, but it does have a new growth here on this stem. So we're going to keep it here and then eventually repot. I'm really waiting to repot most of my plants, but I'm not going to do that till springtime. This is my pink Syngonium. I freaking love this plant. It gives me no issues. It never asks for too much water. It never asks me, it's never like dried out. It's just a very, very happy plant. But I do need to water it today. This is my Tradescantia plant that I originally had sitting on a bookshelf, but there was no new growth. It was just very stocky as it is here. So I moved it to this window here, and she seems to be happier. I'm excited for this plant to keep growing out sideways so I can really see her in all its glory. Okay, this plant, this Variegated Wealthin is, and I never thought I would say this, but it is quickly becoming one of my favorite plants. The reason why I'm saying is that I would never thought I would say this about this plant in particular is because I had it, no joke, for I'd say a little over 6 months, and within those 6 months it did nothing but just be dormant. And then all of a sudden it sprouted this baby up, and as you can see, it's sprouting another baby up. And then also it's got a 3-leaf clover thing going on here on the sides. I have three-leaf clovers, and I feel like the luckiest woman in the world, honestly. I think she is really enjoying this window, along with all the rest of the plants here. Alright, so this right here is my polka dot plant. I'm really trying to get a good video of this plant because this plant came into my life, I'd say about 3 months ago or so, and it was just a little shrub about, yeah, it was a little shrub about this big, and it was really, really full, like sideways. It was super full, and it was only $1.99. Anyway, I knew she wanted, I knew her needs, and so I kept her in a very moist environment, and she did very, very great, and she would flower for me. As you can see, there's a flower here now. Let me see. As you can see that, she's got a couple on here, and so she's doing really well, but now it's at its end of the cycle, and as you can see here, she's got a lot of new growth. I cannot wait to see these babies flourish. By the way, look at the amount of leaves the polka dot plant has left behind. There's so many. Lastly, this is my gorgeous, lovely peace lily plant. This plant has probably been through the ringer, as you can see, but definitely one of my favorite plants. I love her. I can't wait for springtime so she can flower for me again.